Referees, video referee, Rashid Al-Jamil. Referees, please start the bout.
We're back, and we are starting the final, the gold medal match of women's cadet foil here at the Junior Cadet Fencing World Championships in Cairo, Egypt. And I'm here with Don Anthony, giving us some expert commentary, some analysis of foil actions. Anastasia Beznosikova of Russia against Canada's Jessica Guo. Both very strong fencers. Jessica Guo getting a bronze medal last night in junior women's foil, and now here in cadet. So she's made the medal rounds 2 nights in a row, which is a lot. And she'll be fencing tomorrow again. She's getting her money's worth here in Egypt, that's for sure.
She's getting hers, and Canadian Fencing Federation is definitely getting theirs. Bringing home 2 medals in 2 days is significant, and then it'll be interesting to see how they do in the team event.
One.
This gal's got something in her eye. Something's happening with her eye. I don't know if it's contact or if she got a piece of metal, but she is definitely having a problem. Need a doctor.
Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes, I know what's happened to me in fencing. I don't know if this is what happened here, but if a blade hits the mask, you can get a little spark of, you can actually see a spark there, and you can get a little tiny piece of metal or a little hot ember in your eye, and it doesn't feel good. It's never anything that's really terribly bad, but it doesn't feel good when it happens.
You know, it's really funny. The trainer comes out, they have the magic spray with them, because we've seen that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to use that on her eye.
But it's interesting. We haven't seen that today. I mean, we had a lot of those over the last few days.
I'm sure it was used somewhere in the pools or the early rounds, but
yeah, but not in the finals.
Okay, we're back. I think she's okay.
Still bothering her. She's batting it, but
well, those eye things can be like that.
Get to the
2 left-handed fencers here against each other, and you know, it's interesting because that's one of the most difficult situations, because right-handed fencers fence right-handed fencers all the time. But because only about 10% of the population is left-handed, 10-15%, what that means is that, you know, right-handed fencers fence left-handed fencers, and they're kind of used to that sometimes. But left-handed fencers fencing left-handed fencers is less common.
Yep.
And you have to change up your strategy because it's different.
Gu makes a direct attack into the body. On the another direct attack. But I think a big part of that, you know, I remember there was, when I was, on the collegiate circuit, I remember Yale had a team of all lefties, and I know Navy had a team of all lefty saber fencers. So what are the odds for that to happen?
Well, there is a disproportionately higher number of left-handed people in fencing, because being left-handed is an advantage, because you're a little bit closer to your opponent, and that can work in your favor. Because right-handed people tend to misjudge that.
Gal making a nice attack again.
And just like the pandemic, fencing is all about the distance.
All about the distance. Oh, nice. Gal knows I just let myself get too close. And she wasn't ready to finish her attack.
Much appreciation. Thank you to everyone out there in the virtual fencing world on the FIE Fencing channel on YouTube. You are our audience. With this pandemic, we have an empty stadium, and you're it, and we value that very much. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for any comments you're making. It's, the development of social media within fencing has been very strong, and without your support, we wouldn't be where we are today. So thank you.
I also want to really congratulate the FIE on, and I mean, this is the home office, because they work so diligently, one, to get the Olympic qualifying circuit completed, and then to come into this event with, the numbers, as well as the Egyptian Fencing Federation. They have just done an extremely good job. The collaboration between the organizations has really been the key to the success. As we move into, the final days, as we said, this is the hump day. We're getting through day 5, and then we have one more day of foil, and then the 3 days of épée coming up right behind it.
Tomorrow we move on to junior team foil for men and women.
Miss Beznosikova is building back, coming back, got this bout back into within one touch. Who's able to, Beznosikova is playing the defensive role here. And Groove finishes it off, but unable to get it on on target.
Coming up to the towards the end of the first period here, about 14 seconds left.
That time, go.
Of course, we're going to 15 points for the gold medal, and or whoever is ahead at the end of 3 periods. But at this rate, we might make 15. And the fencers are about to take a 1-minute break where they will confer with their coaches. All right, Don, you're on. What do you say to Ms. Beznosikova being down by 2?
Well, what she's doing has been working. I mean, it's a 2-touch difference, but that's not because the tactics haven't been working. I think what she's got to do is, she's playing the defensive role when she's coming out on offense, and she's doing it without telegraphing or, with an element of surprise. She caught Jessica flat-footed. So, as far as Anastasia's game, she just has to, mix it up a little bit and not be so predictable. She's been going on defense. As far as Jessica, she's just got to continue doing what she's doing and make sure she's getting her point on. And once again, not get caught, in that middle area where she allows for either an easy counterattack or a counterattack with opposition.
Great analysis, thank you.
My pleasure.
Fencing can be a pretty technical sport, and for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it can be difficult to watch. We're trying to help you by making it a little easier.
Straight attacks, being able to press the offense, making sure Beznokova's defense is not able to withstand it.
And it's
this
just like that.
Well,
take the straight pointy thing and hit the other person in the chest.
Well, she had to take the blade first. Now the question is, who took the blade? And Jessica wants to say that she was making the attack. Anastasia is going to want to say that she was making a pair of reposts. The rules of foils and sabers say that the person who is advancing and in the attack, if there's a meeting of the blades, has priority in that action. The referee is coming out looking, and they changed it. Yep. And so there was an equal meeting of the blade, and since Jessica was on the attack, Anastasia loses the touch. Big change of score, too.
It's an important time period right now with Jessica now up 10-5, going to 15.
Able to make the pair of reposts there. This is where Anastasia really needs to be able to make her defense work for her. And see, Jessica's going in with second intention. She's really not making an attack. That's why when Anastasia tried to make a repost, that she wasn't as close as she thought she would be. That time she was. So this is what it's going to be. As you said, distance, distance, distance.
Right. Well, one thing is Jessica Guo cannot rest on her laurels at this point in the match, because all of a sudden now Anastasia is on her trail here, 7-10, and 3 points isn't that much to make up, because Jessica's still 5 points away from winning. So, you know, this is not a time to rest or think that you're going to win it because you're ahead.
Yep.
Even now with one more point, 11-7 for Jessica Guo of Canada.
Jessica Guo is doing what she wants. She's controlling this match. Now Anastasia's first time she's actually been on the offensive. Jessica wants to make the, exactly. She wants to suck Anastasia in, either so she can make a pair of reposts or get into the right distance where she feels it and she can make a direct attack.
Well, and you know, very often what you have in a final match is two fencers that have had good days the whole day, all the way to that final match where
there she goes again.
Been able to control their matches, and it's anybody's guess as to who's going to do that. But it certainly looks like Jessica Guo has control over these encounters.
So Beznosikova now, because of the change in, if you see, she's now starting to come forward, which is not what she really wanted to do. She got most of her touches going to the other end of the strip. Now she's going to try to suck Jessica in. And Guo being very patient, taking the blade. They're going for the review again. It's the same action we saw reviewed before. We'll see if we get the same results. It's a little bit bigger action on Anastasia's part. Yep, she might get that one. She did. She turned it. She turned it. Big touch, important touch. The referee's making sure the score was correct. Anastasia needs this touch to get back into it.
Right, this is a critical point.
Yeah, it's a lot
for the Russian. When two fencers come together and it's called a core when their bodies touch, and that stops the action automatically. One point away from a gold medal for Jessica Guo. Looking hopeful for the Canadian. 12 seconds left in the second period. And we might have another minute break here before there's a touch. So at 14-8, we have a 1 minute break, going to 15. So this is a chance for the Russian to think about what she might possibly be able to do to make up that 6-point deficit, keeping her from a gold medal. It's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge that Beznosikova has is that she has to go on the offensive right now. And that is not what she seems to want to do as far as her strategy and tactics in her game. So it pulls you out of your comfort zone. And it actually, in many ways, it plays into Jessica Guo's, just wanting to make that pair of reposts, controlling the blade. hard to make a direct attack against her.
I just got a text from one of our other fencers who said that in Rio, the Rio Olympics, we had 25% lefties.
Way over the normal population percentage.
Quite a bit, almost double. So 1 point away from victory for Jessica Guo. If she can make that 1 point against the Russian. She's taking her time to set it up, and the Russian scores 9-14, so she's still in it.
Beznosikova went to, she started that match off with the outside opposition counter thrust, parry repose. You notice she's back down on this end of the strip. She wasn't really going there before. Oh, and that's why she
there it
didn't want
is.
to.
We have a new world champion. Jessica Guo of Canada wins the gold medal in cadet women's foil at the 2021 Junior and Cadet Fencing World Championships here in Cairo, Egypt. We are live, and we are about to watch a gold medal match of cadet men's foil. So please stay tuned for that match and then the medal ceremony. We will be starting in just a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen,